Hey guys, well ever since I did a video showing part of this pack and trying to explain it, I've gotten requests to do the video. So while I had my other pack off my frame, I thought I would give you a quick rundown. Hopefully this won't be a terribly long video, but what you're going to see is essentially the comparison of the standard Alice frame to what Mystery Ranch has done and create this hybrid. Now I know I'm going to get a ton of viewers telling me that they've had their Alice pack, they absolutely love it, they've taken it all over. I also know that I'm going to get a lot of viewers that probably have an Alice pack sitting in their closet that they're never going to wear, they're never going to put it to the type of abuse and weight load that a lot of other people have. I'm not saying that servicemen all over plenty of years haven't been using the Alice pack. My issue that you can kind of see here is just the torso length was too short. It didn't ride the way it was supposed to for me to able to comfortably carry the weight that I had. Not to say that wouldn't work for you guys, but what Mystery Ranch did is they took basically the comfort from an internal pack style. You can just see from the actual padding of the hip belts compared to this GI one. You can see the actual standard suspension system. The main magic happens when you actually see the actual frame itself. I believe it's a fiberglass composite, basically rods that run inside this. With the center is aluminum, if I'm correct on that. And but it moves with the person. So not only when you actually put a load onto those stabilizers, and this is going to be completely different than just a couple of stays in your normal backpack. The way this handles and transfers that whole load onto your hip belt is something I'd never experienced before. Now, with the Alice, you've got, your external frame, you've got lashing, but you can already see sort of just the the limitations of the comfort of the straps. Now I know there are plenty of brands out there. Tactical Tailor is one of the most popular out of Washington that makes replacement straps that are thicker, better hip belts. But for me, that didn't change the torso height. The other thing that this gives you is, with the Alice pack you can have the medium and you can have the large. And there are other manufacturers out there making, ruck style sacks that work with that system. Being that Mystery Ranch modeled the same size off that Alice, what I did for many years was had my large Alice ruck on the Mystery Ranch frame. This gives me a ton of advantages. I can use all the other ruck systems. As you guys saw when I did my previous video, I'll stick up here, this was just like a contest entry. I had the Blackhawk SOF on there. Also put up the review of that bag, and what I chose to use was not the external frame, was to use this hybrid. Now a lot of you are going to sort of turn your nose up at the price. Just this frame was $250, but it is made in the United States, it is lifetime warranted, and you're going to see a lot of that in some of my reviews where I don't mind paying the money for bulletproof gear. I just don't want to have to deal with it down the road breaking on me or having issues fixing it. And there's a lot of features on this, including being able to put on multiple Mystery Ranch packs. And I'm still not 100% happy with the Blackhawk, so I may go with the 6,500 liter or cubic inch Mystery Ranch nice bag on here. But I can also take the Mystery Ranch 3200 and turn this into basically an overnight style tri-zip bag. I can take their load straps and do this just like I've done many times with the Alice frame and carry large awkward loads, whether that's water, 5-gallon gas can, mowers, pumps, engine pumps for wildland fire. Being able to haul all this gear and haul it comfortably, the Alice has really dated itself and is only good for a particular view. Let me try and explain kind of how the frame works. So one of the things Mr. Wrench does is you customize the size of your hip belt, your waist strap, to how big you are, how big around you are, how small you are. That becomes a customized piece. I have the large in a hip strap, but my yoke setup is only a medium. I am 6'3", but 6'4"-ish, right around there, but my torso length fits a medium. Now you can go to a large with this like 6'4" and above. The other thing that does is there are a ton of people who can't comfortably wear packs because they're just too tall, and Mystery Ranch can accommodate that. Now I've got the set where I wanted it, but I'll try and give you a view in here. What happens is there's an actual composite plate in here to help add support. And what you do is you lift this out of here, and you use this frame support down under here in that huge hook and loop field. Turn this towards the sun so you can kind of see it. There's a huge, basically Velcro field down there, and that frame sheet separates that. And again, I'll put links down below to Mystery Ranch because they've got a ton of great videos on there. But so not only is that part of your suspension frame sheet support for your upper torso area, but that now becomes the way you can separate all that Velcro, and you can slide that entire upper assembly up and down. Huge padded waist straps. They do what they call their egg rolls, so any of your extra strapping up here gets sucked up into here. The only downside that I think I mentioned in my Hot Top Fireland video was I wish they would kind of incorporate a little bit more of their hip webbing, so you can run it back here to a buckle. That way when you're cinching it, you're pulling it forward. It's a great design that a lot of modern civilian backpack type companies are going to, and it's just a nitpicky thing. Your regular straps can still pull just fine the way they are. The hip belts do come with MOLLE on there. You can get extra bags attached to there, but I figured with the MOLLE field I can just attach whatever bag I want. The other thing that Mystery Ranch does is they have what they call their auto lock buckle. And if any of you guys have experienced humping around a lot of weight in an Alice or even a lot of other civilian packs, you know that their buckles really weren't rated for a lot of that weight, and they start swinging around, and every mile or so you have to cinch up your bag because that will start to loosen. And with this auto lock, it's essentially a cam, and you loosen that cam, and then you're able to pull the webbing out, and then as soon as you cinch it down, that cam locks back down. So this will never slowly creep and loosen up on you, and they use that on a ton of their buckles. So I'm going to try and make this fairly short, but I wanted to give you an insight into the quality, the versatility that the Mystery Ranch Nice frame offers me. Not only can I put on a smaller 3200 cubic inch and go out for a day or an overnighter, but I can strap on the 6500 liter and never come home. And that's kind of the versatility that it offers me. It offers that all in the same suspension setup, so I don't have to compromise quality or comfort in the pack itself. And it really just gives me all the versatility that the Alice pack used to, but in something that's a little bit more comfortable. It's a little bit more rated for higher weight. In fact, the Alice packs, a lot of people put a lot of weight in them, but you also have a lot of failures because of that. It's just too rigid. It can't flex with the person and the load, and that's where this hybrid comes in. All those stays in there can flex and twist so that they don't eventually bind. I recommend looking into it, even if you did like I did, where I bought the Nice frame and used it with the Alice pack. Totally fine, and I still like that pack. It's just there were some features on there that I didn't like, and I think for the weight it uses a lighter grade nylon than the Blackhawk does, and I may have to go back to it. You never know.